Hey guys,
Oh!
what's up? We are That Hard Couple. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Rob.
And we are here to do a spoiler review.
Oh, we're just giving it all out.
Yes.
Spoiling this shit.
For Halloween Kills.
Oh, fuck, dude. The movie's awesome.
Yes.
Fucking. All right, good night. That's it. Dude. Michael's back, and
Yes.
he's very pissed off.
Yes.
And that movie fucking rocked.
It was awesome.
Dude, I guess that online petition didn't do shit because he fucked that fire department up.
He did.
Sorry, you pussy petitioners. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Dude, what'd you think of it overall? Well, let's start off with our overall opinions here.
They gotta wait till the end.
No, let's just get to it.
No.
All right, let me just say, dude, I was in the theater last night, and I was watching this fucking Pee Wee Herman style. I was jacking it the whole time, like, ah! It was my big adventure, man. That was my big adventure. Halloween Kills.
That horror couple.
Oh yeah.
That horror couple.
It's us.
That horror couple. That horror couple. And they talk about horror.
Like and subscribe. The saga of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode continues in the next thrilling chapter of the Halloween series. Directed by David Gordon Green, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Andy Matichak, Judy Greer, and James Jude Courtney.
Starring the cast from 1978, dude.
Yes!
Starring-
The original cast is back!
Starring the cast from 2018, too.
Yes.
Starring all the stars, man.
Yes.
They came together.
Yes.
This was like the movie, man. And that's what I'm talking about. For me, right off the bat, it's all the returns, the cameos that we got from this movie. If you're a fan of the original Halloween, which is my favorite horror movie of all time,
Yes.
who do we get? Just remind me. We get Brackett, Charles Cypress. We get the Lonnie characters back. Jamie Lee Curtis, of course.
Yes.
There's
Lindsay
more.
Wallace.
We get Lindsay Wallace.
Tommy Doyle.
We get badass Tommy
Yeah,
Doyle walking
badass Tommy
walking around
Doyle.
like fucking Negan with a
Yeah.
bat like that motherfucker.
And we also get Marion Chambers, which was Dr. Loomis, the nurse from the original Halloween 1978.
Remember Halloween 6 when I thought it was cool when the Tommy Doyle character fucked him up with that pipe?
Yeah.
But I think this bat is cooler.
Yes.
He's just like in the bar chilling, drinking, and then someone's like, Michael Myers outside. He's like, give me the fucking bat.
Yeah.
Yo, Vinny!
Yeah.
Hit him with the bat.
We also love the whole flashback sequence from 1978 that they did. It was so amazing that they showed the whole Hawkins storyline where how Hawkins is connected into all this because they wrote that in for Halloween 2018, but they didn't actually show us the backstory.
Those flashbacks gave me goosebumps on top of goosebumps with an erection. And it was just so well done. I felt like I was back in 1978. They captured the nostalgia of the first film. The storyline just fit in so perfectly to every detail, down to even, I noticed the cracked window in the Myers house from the original. I noticed the dead dog they noticed on the floor. What man would do this?
Yes.
This isn't a man.
Yes.
Because the officers noticed the same thing. So the continuity, I would say, is definitely a positive for me. The way that they just connected this film, Halloween Kills, to the original 1978 Halloween, and they did it so perfectly.
Yes, I agree.
Not only did they give us the awesome flashbacks in 1978, but they also gave us the aftermath of
Halloween 2018.
Yeah, they finished that storyline too. And,
Yes.
Yeah, so we found out what happened with certain characters.
Hawkins, yeah, he was there on the scene that night in 78.
Yeah, and Lonnie's son, who
Cameron. We see him at the beginning of Halloween Kills. We see where he went after the dance. He's trying to call Oscar, which, as we know, he's dead on a fence post. So
even the people we saw in passing, that couple that was the doctor and nurse, we see them at the bar.
Yes,
so
they're in this one.
Because remember in the previous movie we saw them leaving for some
getting in the car near Julian's house.
Yeah, so this movie would be a perfect double feature to watch, 2018 to
Halloween to this
Kills.
one. Yeah,
I just feel like the segue was just so perfect. That's one thing I like is the whole connection from the original to this one. I love
agree.
it.
Yeah, and also how they put Dr. Loomis in the flashback scene with the CGI, and however they did that with the voice. They did an amazing job.
It's I don't know how you cannot cream your pants when you see that. They brought Loomis into the film and it looked amazing.
Yeah.
It was Loomis. They brought Loomis into the film.
Yes.
I loved it. I was just oh my god.
I love
oh my
that
god.
part too.
I was literally oh my god.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, and that would explain my Pee Wee Herman jacking.
Yeah.
I love that Loomis.
Yes.
God damn you, Michael.
And this version of Michael Myers, played by James Jude Courtney, was an amazing Michael Myers. He was so brutal, so
Dude.
gritty. Like it was great. He had an amazing performance.
One thing I loved about Rob Zombie's Halloween was how brutal Rob Zombie made Michael as far as killing goes.
Yes.
And, I just feel like this Michael, as far as kills in this movie, I haven't seen him this brutal since the Rob Zombie's movies.
Yes, I agree.
This is
yes.
on par with, the brutality of, a Rob Zombie version of Michael.
Yes.
It's not a Rob Zombie film. It doesn't have that style to it at all. But it has, the kills are up there with, the gore of Zombie or something like that,
Yes, I agree.
So, yeah, this is definitely the most brutal I've ever seen Michael.
Yes. I love also in this movie how they pay tribute to the movies that came before it. Because once again, we get to see the Halloween 3 mask, which are so awesome. I love that. That was really cool.
They respected the old, but they also build this awesome storyline that they're keeping the consistency with, and that's what I love. And I love Michael Myers as a character, and I love each Halloween film for what it is. But I was thinking about this, I can't really name a consistent storyline that spans 3 movies.
Yes.
It doesn't exist in this series.
Yes.
We have the first 2, which are kind of back to back, but then after that, four is a different storyline.
Yes.
4, 5 kind of go together, but 6 is completely different.
Yes.
H2O is completely different.
True.
And then they kind of tried to connect Resurrection to H2O, but they didn't.
That didn't really work.
It didn't work at all. Then we go into the Rob Zombie movie. So as far as the whole Halloween series, we don't really get a consistent storyline. So I feel like these 3 movies coming out, I think that's awesome that we have a consistent Michael storyline. And I really feel like Halloween Kills, this is Michael's story.
Yes.
This isn't so much about Jamie Lee's family this time. This isn't, or Laurie Strode's family, I should say.
Yes.
This isn't so much about, this isn't so much about the other characters. This is about Michael Myers, this film.
Yes.
And I love that. If you're a Michael Myers fan, you will love this movie.
I agree. Also really love the kills. I feel like they were some of the best kills in the entire franchise. I thought they were very brutal, very gory.
We got a knife to the eye.
Yeah.
We got what kind of kills do we get?
We also got the worst death of the movie to me. Obviously, it says spoilers on the title, so we're going to be spoiling the movie. Was Cameron's death. I thought his was the most brutal of the movie.
Yeah, they dragged it out though. It was something like he put his head in between a banister.
Yeah, he was beating him to death basically, and strangling him and beating him to death, and his death was so drawn out. It just felt like it was awful, but it was so cool to see something like that. But it made you feel really bad for him. I actually started to like that character in this movie. I didn't like him in the last one. I liked him in this one, and then when he died, I was like, aw.
Yeah, no, the kills are definitely brutal.
Yeah.
They were definitely top-notch brutal. There was one scene Michael took thumbs to the eyeballs.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah. That was very brutal.
There was one scene where someone was going to go shoot him, and he kicked the gun back at her, and
she shot herself.
Yeah, she shot herself.
Yeah, that was brutal too.
These kills are definitely top-notch. Probably the best I've ever seen.
Yes.
Best kills of the franchise, dare I say.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They're awesome. I also enjoyed the comedy in the movie. I saw a few people say that it just didn't work, that the comedy was too much, but I like correct placement of comedy in horror movies. I feel like it breaks up the tension a little bit and just makes people have a good time. I especially love the Big John, Little John segment where she's like, where are you bitches? Looking for the little girls in the bushes. He's like, he stabbed her in the tits. I just thought that it was great. I don't know. I loved that part. I thought it was hilarious and it broke up the tension.
What about the girl who had the nurse costume and then they were talking about a gun? She's like, I know how to work this shit.
She's like, I'm a doctor. My husband's a nurse. So I thought that was really funny. Yeah.
Or how about when they asked Lonnie, he's like, do you have a permit for these? He goes, some of them.
Yeah. That was great too. See, I love comedy in horror movies. I feel like you have to have it a little bit just to break up the tension. It just works.
No,
I feel like to me it does.
And it was done properly where they didn't make a joke of Michael Myers or they didn't make a joke of the story, but they had levity.
Yeah.
So it was done well.
Yes. As for dislikes of the film,
I'm not gonna be one of those fucking people on Facebook bitching about this.
Personally,
Well, let's complain about a Michael Myers movie.
Personally, the mob scene was a little much for me in the hospital. I feel like that was a little drawn out. It was very amped up, it was very balls to the wall, but it just felt like it took away a little bit from the Michael storyline to me.
No, I liked Michael versus the whole town. That was awesome.
I know, but I'm saying when they thought it was him and it wasn't him or whatever, that part was a little much.
back to spoilers. The whole town confronts Michael at one point, has him surrounded, and basically, like, for some reason I thought of like Friday 7 when Jason was up against that telekinesis girl.
Oh yeah.
When he had like objects flying
Oh,
out.
I love that one. Yeah.
For some reason, that reminded me of it because I never seen Michael like outnumbered like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, Michael's gonna have to actually fight now.
Yeah.
And they were beating his ass.
That was different. Yeah.
And, you know, part of me is like, okay, cool, go get Michael. This is going to be good. But then when I saw Michael getting beat, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm a Michael fan.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Michael kick ass.
Yeah.
So I'm like, get up, Michael, start fighting. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was fucking cool. Michael versus the town of Haddonfield is basically the main storyline of this, and I loved it.
Yeah. And for me personally, obviously, spoiler, when Tommy Doyle died and when Karen died at the end of the film, that obviously it's a Halloween movie, so people are gonna die, but I don't know, it just bothered me, so I wasn't expecting it, so I guess I was a little sad about that.
No, people all the time with this channel, people say like, "Oh, you guys are a couple. Do you guys ever disagree?" Or do you guys? And this would be one of those things. Like, I have no problem.
He doesn't care that they died.
I have no problem with Tommy. I mean, with Michael killing anybody. Like, I want him to kill people. I
Yeah.
don't care who he kills. He can kill Laurie Strode. It wouldn't bother me. Like, no, that's what I mean. And I thought it was cool that, like, they brought back these, like, characters from 40 years ago. And the fact that Michael finally got them, that makes the whole storyline finally end with that character. That makes the whole story come full circle. So, you know, to see Lonnie get it, to see, you know, the nurse get it. I mean, it kind of it didn't make me feel sad. It made me feel like, yeah, that's what Michael does. Fuck yeah.
Okay.
So we disagree on that. I guess.
Yeah. And also the only other thing that bothered me was I loved Julian in the first one and I thought he was going to be in this.
You fucking kidding me?
Yeah, he was only in this for like a minute, like cuz he was in a news clip and the couple's like, "Yeah, it's a little asshole kid from across the street." That part was really funny, but
No, he was going to be in the movie, but he was clipping his nasty ass toenails. He was busy clipping his nasty ass toenails. His babysitter was off smoking some weed.
yeah.
Okay, my dislikes of the film, I really have nothing bad to say about this film, you know, because I'm a huge fan of the series. I'm a huge fan of Michael. This film did not let me down. There's so many films out there that suck, and there's so many films out there to complain about. This is not one of them for me. I mean, I'm not going to start tearing apart a Michael Myers Halloween film. I'm not going to do it. I'm a fanboy. I'm a Halloween fanboy. So I only have one criticism for this film. For me, there was no Buster Rhymes.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
And, you know, I really just want some, you know, dangertainment.
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, I miss seeing, like, you know, some rapper just karate kick Michael. Like, that really did it for me.
Yeah.
In Halloween Resurrection. Like, yeah, so there was no Buster. There was no Red Man, like in Seed of Chucky. We need some rappers to, like, you know, just start doing kung fu. And that to me is where this film fell apart.
Hey, to be fair, LL Cool J was great in H2O.
Well, he represents Queens. She was raised out in Brooklyn.
Okay. I thought he was great in H2O. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of LL Cool J in Halloween H2O, because I thought he was the man in that movie.
He was all right. No, I'm just talking about Buster Rhymes being like, "Hey, Micah, happy fucking
Oh,
Halloween."
I don't like him
You
as an
Krispy
actor.
Kreme motherfucker.
I don't like him as an actor, but I
No.
thought LL Cool J was a fan. And he
I had
did
a
good
big
job.
problem with fucking Buster Rhymes karate kicking Michael. And then I look on Facebook and people are tearing apart this film. Go back and talk about that shit that went down. Or all the other, like, weak sequels we got. I mean, to me, this is one of the stronger ones. I mean, don't give this film shit.
As for final thoughts of the film, my final score, for all the reasons previously mentioned, I would have to give it a 9 out of 10, because I really loved the movie. Only had a couple things that bothered me, and yeah, 9 out of 10 for me.
I'd say 9.5 or 10.
Okay.
It's up there. Fuck it. I'll get a 10.
Okay.
It deserves a 10.
All right.
I love this movie. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it.
So you like this one better than Halloween 2018?
It's on par with 2018.
Yeah,
I feel
okay.
like it's one big movie. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
It's like It in It Chapter 2.
Okay, you know how, like, Halloween 1978, and then there was Halloween 2?
Yeah.
And it took place, like, right after, like literally right after Michael
Yeah.
fell off the balcony.
Yeah.
And Loomis was like, "You don't know what death is."
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Like,
Yeah.
that's exactly what this film is. It picks
Okay.
up, and that's another like for me. If we
Yeah.
want to go back to likes, this film picks up right where the other film left off.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, this is one big movie. So I look on Facebook, and not everybody, but there's some people bitching, like, "I hated the ending. I hated the ending." Dude, this is not the ending. It's a trilogy. There's Halloween Ends coming up all you saw was the storyline of Michael getting out of the burnt house, Laurie getting out of the hospital, and that's it. That's all you saw. So if it ended like weird, the final battle is going to be Michael versus Laurie.
Yeah.
And it, like, the shit's on because fucking Michael fucked up the whole town, including people that were close to Laurie. So fucking now it's on. It's fucking on,
Yeah.
and Halloween Ends is all set up to fucking kick ass now.
Yes.
To me, the movie did what it... my final thoughts is this. The movie did what it was supposed to do. All right? There's nothing wrong with this movie because it was the middle part of this trilogy.
True.
And it did what it was supposed to do. Okay? So I feel like it did its purpose.
Yes, the middle movie in a trilogy is supposed to the sequel's supposed to set up for the final movie.
It tied up the storylines that was in the previous film.
Yes.
It gave you a bunch of fucking... the movie's called Halloween Kills, and they didn't let you down. They gave you a bunch of fucking kills. And Michael was badass.
Yes.
They brought back some classic characters. Michael fucked them up.
Yes.
So I was like, great, great, great. And now, all that's left is the final battle.
Yes.
Michael versus Laurie. And that's the thing. Laurie thought he was dead of the whole film. When she found out he was not dead, she's like, oh, it's on, bitch. So now, Halloween Ends is going to be fucking awesome.
Yes, I agree.
So, 10 out of 10. What's wrong with this film? I don't know, but I'm sure you tell me in the comments.
Yes, if you guys have seen Halloween Kills, please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts, what you liked, what you didn't like. Also, please like this video, hit the bell, subscribe to our channel for more awesome horror content and reviews. Once again, I'm
Did you jerk
Kaylee.
off like Pee Wee Herman?
Oh, God. I'm Kaylee,
And I'm Rob.
and we will see you guys next time.
Did you miss Buster Rhymes? Let me know in the comment. Dangertainment, man.
Hey, Mikey! Happy fucking Halloween! And they talk about